I'm Cecilia, I live in Zurich and I love train travel, and I'm trying to visit all 1,720 public transport train stations in Switzerland. Back in April I had a big day out. I went all the way across the border to Germany to go for Parkrun, which is a 5k run every Saturday morning, and then I went for a 17-kilometer hike in a completely different part of Switzerland. This was a ridiculously early start, so I will catch you up on where I'm going and what I'm doing once I'm on the train. Good morning from my first train of the day. It's a Saturday and I'm off to Parkrun. There aren't any Parkruns in Switzerland, so I am off to Basel. And this train left at 1 minute before 7. We're arriving at 7:53, so it's taking 54 minutes to get from Zurich to Basel. And then within Basel, I'm going to take a tram and then walk. I'm taking the tram pretty much to the border with Germany, and then I'm walking into Germany, into the park that's there, where the Parkrun is. And then hopefully I will do Parkrun, go back, take the tram back, and then I'm leaving my stuff at the train station because they've got lockers at the train station, right? And yes, you do have to pay for them and they're not super cheap, but so it's a good service. I like it. So I'll leave my stuff there, pick it up again on the way back, and then the ideal plan, but we'll see how I feel about things after the run. But ideally, I would then also river. Oh, you can see the mountains. Okay, I need to film that in a second. But in an ideal world, I would then go for a hike afterwards. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, just getting to Basel, and I mean, the views are lovely because it's just after sunrise, right? Well, not just after. I love the sunrise. Like about half an hour ago. So it is early. There's beautiful light. It's the last of just days of endless sunshine across the whole country. From tomorrow, it's a little bit more varied, and next week it's off. But I'm really looking forward to hopefully a nice run. Running a couple of minutes late because the train doors had some sort of issue, so they needed to have everybody wait for literally 2 minutes, so not bad at all, should still be fine. There was a sign at the other tram stop saying that the number 6 doesn't stop there at the moment, so I hope I'm in the right place now. I do think it says 6 on the display. Cool, 1 minute. I'm kind of freezing. I've got my jacket, so I'm going to put that on while I'm on the tram, and it's mainly for after I finish the run because I think it'll still be pretty cold. This is from near the train station, Heuwaage, to a place near the German border, Eglisee. off to the start of the run now. It's about 2.6 kilometers, I think, and there are other tram stops and train stations that are closer, but they're in Germany and I'd have to pay for the local transport and I don't want to. So instead I'm walking. According to Google Maps, I just crossed the border, but I haven't seen any signage or anything. Normally there's a little sign somewhere, or like, I don't know, like in my experience, there is usually a little sign somewhere or other. Google was wrong, here's the border. Any better, really. I mean, I'm really slow. That hasn't changed. I don't actually know what time I finished at. I need to check in a minute. But I just like ran by feeling, like just went for what I thought I could maintain for the 5 kilometers until I was 4 kilometers in, and then for the 4th kilometer I just kind of went for it, and I'm so pleased. Like, it went so well. So, the weather is obviously amazing. I'm sure that helped too. And it was so funny. Like, there were several people visiting from the UK, a few people from various towns in England, and then one guy from Wales. And they explained the route in English, and they asked like if anyone needed a German explanation. Nope. Like, I don't think really this is a locals that are originally from here kind of thing. A few people did speak German. It's not just a bunch of people from English-speaking countries, but it was funny, like quite how many people, and also like the t-shirts, they were all like London landmarks, and you know, various UK races. So that was fun. I can see a girl ahead of me who ran the Parkrun. She also ran here earlier. I saw her on the way, and now she's jogging again, so she's doing well. And I'm walking back to the tram. I'm so pleased. Okay, I need to check the time. We'll see what the official time ends up being, but according to my watch it was 32:26, and I've not run a 5k that fast in a long time, and I wasn't expecting to get a time like that. I would have been thrilled to get anything under 35. So I'm so pleased. I'm so happy about this. This is so good. So very good start to the day. I'm gonna need some food soon. On the way out, basically the tram right now doesn't go all the way to Markthalle, which is like basically next to the station, so instead I've got like a 4-minute walk or something like that. But the train leaves in, I don't know, 8 or 10 minutes or something like that. I think that's enough time for me to grab my stuff, get on the train, and basically that means I'll be where I left off on my hike yesterday an hour earlier than originally planned, which would be great. And so in order to do that, I'm not going to take a shower. I don't think I need to. I didn't sweat too much, and I have largely a change of clothes for hiking, so I think that'll be alright. Like, I'm not meeting people or something like that. I'll have fresh clothes. I've got my deodorant with me. I know that's not the same, but I can basically just get changed in the loo on the train instead of paying for the shower. Also, I realised I could probably go to the gym here and shower there, so I need to work that out for next time, because I'd definitely do this again. This was fun. The train leaves in 6 minutes. I think 3 minutes to get my luggage and 3 minutes to get to the platform. Should just be alright. Train again. Yes, I did actually change. It's a slightly different shade of red, and I'm not sure I've ever taken this particular train before, like been on this route before, because when would I have gone from Basel to Bern? Probably never. I'm on this for exactly an hour, and then in Bern I'm changing for the same train that I took yesterday, and then afterwards it'll be the same bus that I took yesterday. So overall it'll be Basel to Bern 1 hour, Bern to Schwarzsee 35 minutes, and then the bus from Schwarzsee to Guggisberg Post, which will be 12 minutes. So I'm gonna have my breakfast now, finally, and enjoy the honestly very, very nice views. So far it's been lovely. Getting to Orton, so from now on it's the route that I know. Arrived in Bern, just changing platforms. Apparently, platform 13, but there isn't a train here yet, so I think I might stay up here and watch the train arrive. It only leaves in 8 minutes, so plenty of time. I have been looking at the route for today and stressing out about the route for today, so that's a positive thing to do, of course. Basically, there's a bit that I don't like. There's a bit that says there might be guardian dogs there, and they scare me so much. And I've read up on like how you're supposed to behave around them, if they bark at you, if they don't bark at you, whatever. So there's lots of guidance. Definitely, if you hike in any areas where that might potentially be something that you encounter, would highly recommend reading up on it. Nevertheless, I hate them. So I don't hate them, but I don't want to be there where there are guardian dogs. So potentially it could mean that I have to walk back quite a long way to avoid them. I was trying to see if there's a different way around. There really is not. It's either making one huge detour or not. So the detour is the backup, but also I'm going to try and just do the normal route. But if I need to, because the guardian dogs are right at the end of this segment, or one of the two segments that I'm hoping to do today. It officially is one segment, but on my map it's two. So it's really close to a town with public transport. So either it'll be fine and this will have been worrying about nothing, or I will get there and there will be dogs and they're not fenced off or something like that, and then I will have to turn back around and walk several kilometers back and then into the valley. Or what it says on the app is true, which is that the paths will be either fenced off or there will be a shepherd on site. So if the app is right, there will be no problem at all. But yeah, I hate this because it's like right at the end of the hike as well, or like at the end of at least like that segment. So it's just annoying. But it's a nice day. It's the last really, really nice day this in the coming week or something like that. So I won't be able to continue this hike for a week and a half at least, because my family are coming to visit. We're not doing my random hike with my family, and the next few days until they arrive, the weather's going to be a bit rubbish there. So yeah. So anyway, I'm stressing out for no good reason. I should just relax. If it looks dodgy, I will turn around and that will be fine. That's still like, it's not too late in the day to worry about that being an issue. So I think that's fine. So yeah, talking myself into this. Right, where the hell is this train? It's supposed to leave in 6 minutes. I suppose that's actually quite a lot of time, isn't it? Ah, the train is here. It just doesn't really reach section F as much as I thought it would. Schwarzsee. On a more positive note, however, if I actually finish this first section within reasonable time, like the first section of the hike that I'm planning to do, the second half should be really, really nice and enjoyable. So fingers crossed. And then also I have miraculously, I've miraculously managed to fit all of my stuff into a single rucksack. So everything that was previously split up is now in the rucksack. The main reason, of course, being that I've got my hiking boots on now and the running shoes are a lot smaller and lighter. So everything is now in the rucksack. The rucksack is at full capacity, but it's all in there, and it's not actually very heavy. It's just a little bit bulky because it's shoes and like I brought my fleece and stuff like that. I think I've prepped everything. I need to put sunscreen on later, and I need to charge a couple of things while I've got plug sockets, but that's really it. I think I'm all set, really. Got off the bus and I was about to say, and I'm ready to go immediately, but I do need to retie my shoes, but that's a fairly quick thing, obviously. I definitely am going to do 10 kilometers, and then at that point either I'll go home or I will continue for another 6 or so maximum. So we'll see, not quite sure yet. Starting now. Past a few houses on a proper road, and that's 2 kilometers done. basically this has been largely downhill. I can't see where I came from, like it's not directly visible from here, but basically it was mostly downhill. And then now the next 2 kilometers are pretty much all uphill, and this is this, like, not this bit right now, but that will be the steepest bit for today. So getting that out of the way early-ish in the hike is probably good. There it is. That's where I've come from. A little church on the horizon. Nearly 4 kilometers in, and for about 1 kilometer now it's going to be fairly flat, which is nice. I can't believe that was the steepest bit, to be honest. I think the type of path it is makes a big difference, because that didn't feel so bad. And yeah, then after this fairly flat kilometer, it's going to be a couple of kilometers or so of going quite steeply uphill again. And then that will be the highest point on today's hike. So glad I've got a bit of a break. I think I'm going to go have some water soon as well. There is a problem. I think I'm going to try and go through there. Other than scraping my back against the tree trunk, that went okay. Oh no, it looks like there's a gap here. Could I have walked around? If so, I'll feel very silly. Probably. Oh well. Done now. So there are another 400 meters or so where it's fairly steep, and it looks like this path is fairly narrow. Everything until now has been like nice and wide, but I don't think it's something where you'd fall badly or anything. And I forgot my poles, so I think as long as I take it slowly and carefully, it'll be fine. It's just I don't really enjoy this kind of hiking, to be honest. Like not everything until now has been lovely, but I don't really like it when the paths are that narrow and like, you know, it's not on a smooth surface. Not smooth surface. Like if it's on some grass or something like that, that's fine. I don't like this, that it's like so steep. Like compared to the paths we did in the UK, this is nothing, but still. It's just not my favourite. One more hour apparently. The bit with the drop off on the side wasn't so bad in the end, but I can hear little bells now. So let's see what's coming up. Some kind of animal. Also, that should be it in terms of like climbing today, if that makes sense. So the elevation gain is largely over. There are some additional bits, but not bad, like not at a steep angle or anything. I can still hear bells, but they seem to be, they're on the next hill for now. And yeah, so this bit should be flattish, and then the only additional steeper part is downhill, so I'll see how that goes. The views from here are beautiful though. There's blue sky over the mountains. Seven and a half kilometers in, and I'm close to where the guard dogs may be, but so far I can hear bells from above me, not below, so fingers crossed. And I can't see any fresh calf paths out here either. Hopefully that continues. I love foxes. Oh, look at it jumping. But yeah, I've never seen a wild one. Kind of scares me, to be honest. I love them in London, but they're shy. It's beautiful though, isn't it? No cows so far, so I'm gonna take that as a good thing. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going all the way to the valley down there. Looks pretty far down at this point. If I believed in jinxing things, I would say I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like there aren't any cows on this field. I'm so relieved because, like, yes, I could have turned back around, but it would have been so much extra walking, so fingers crossed, but it looks good. Also, I just realised the valley I can see in front of me must be the valley that the path continues in. So if I'm feeling alright when I get to that village, which I think I will, like so far it's fine, then I'll continue that way. I think I was happy too soon. That looks like a dog. Or is it a cat? If it's a cat, I'll be delighted. It's a cat! Hi, cat! 10 kilometers done according to the app that I have the map on. I think it's 11 according to my Apple Watch, so goodness knows, but I think I do know what the difference is, which is that one of them measures along the path and the Apple Watch doesn't do that. So anyway, I'm done with that first bit that I definitely knew I wanted to do today, but I'm feeling pretty good. So like the sun is suddenly out again as well. So I think what I'm going to do is at the next opportunity I'm going to take a little bit of a break, have a snack, put my hiking poles away, and then continue the remaining 6 and a bit kilometers to Schwarzsee, I think it is. There's a lake. So I think that's doable. It's like, what time is it? 5:24 p.m. So there'll be sun for another 2.5 hours, and it's only 6 kilometers, and it's fairly flat, so I think that'll be alright. Quite pleased with that actually. So yeah, just going to keep a lookout for somewhere to sit down for a little bit. Also, I'm walking along this river now, and where I crossed the bridge earlier, like just a few minutes ago, that's where I crossed from Canton Bern to Fribourg or Freiburg, which is a big deal because Bern is quite a big canton, but I've been hiking in it for a really long time now, so this feels like progress, you know? It's nice. I just finished listening to the audiobook, The Day of the Jackal. Quite good. I probably like the second part, like second half or even 2/3 better than the start. Because it's basically like the start is a lot of setup for like why some people want somebody killed, and then what the guy who's supposed to do it does in terms of prep. And I didn't love that, to be honest. I preferred the part where the police get involved and then it's sort of a cat and mouse thing. Yeah, quite good. Need to find something different to listen to now. Getting going again, and I've started listening to Bill Bryson's Neither Here Nor There, which I have listened to before. I've read it before as well, and I really liked it at the time, but it's been years, so I think I won't remember an awful lot of the specifics, so I'm looking forward to it. "12 kilometers in, and I'm suddenly on this bigger path. Until now it's been mostly these little trails, but I really like them anyway." "14 kilometers in according to my footpath app, 15 according to the Apple Watch, goodness knows, but only 2 more to go, and like this is a proper ski resort town. It looks all, you know, Alpsy, and like the last ski kind of area that I think this path took me through was Amden, I think, and like you can go skiing there, and it's a very, very nice area, but it's not on the same scale as some of the like proper in quotation marks areas, but it's not like a big place to go. Partly it only has one road that goes into that little town and gets completely clogged up, and sadly they don't have a train that goes there. When I went I was on the bus and it took forever because there was traffic. But yeah, that was ages ago. That's nearish Zurich still, so yeah, getting to a different area now, which I quite like. There's some variety. There's a bus in 4 minutes and I'm at the lake. I'm basically done. Oh, timer going off. There we go. Honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do this 4-second bit today, like the last 6 kilometers. Ooh, it's very nice. It's called Schwarzsee because sometimes depending on the light, the water looks black, and it kind of does actually. And I think I can see my bus stop already as well. I wasn't really sure where the bus stop actually was, but I waved a bit and the guy stopped. Then I saw a sign on the door that said, please get in at the front, so then I thought I'd do that, but he opened the door at the back, so it was confusing, but he was nice, and despite my confusion about where the bus stop is supposed to be, it all worked fine, so very glad about that. I am pretty tired at this point, but I'm really glad I managed all of that. Right now, this bus is from Schwarzsee, that stop was Hostellerie, to, oh god, Dorf? Not a clue if that's the correct pronunciation, but this bus is only going to take 13 minutes, and I think this is currently going in roughly the same direction that I just hiked in. Yeah, I think so. It's taking me through Zollhaus, which is like where I finished the 10 kilometers and then started the second part of the hike. So yeah, basically going back quite quickly. And then after arriving in Plafayen, I'm changing buses there. That may not work out, so we'll see, fingers crossed. And then if that goes well, that bus will take me to Freiburg in, how long is that? 35 minutes. And then there's a train from Freiburg to Bern, which takes 23 minutes, and then from Bern to Zurich it's the usual 56-minute train. So if all goes well, that's the plan. Those are my connections. The only question mark really is whether I manage to catch that second bus. Everything else has enough buffer that it should probably be fine. So yeah, we'll see. I should be back in Zurich if this works out around 10 p.m. So I'll probably see some of the sunset while where am I going to be? Well, I might still be on the bus, which probably isn't the best way to see it, but that's okay. So yeah, glad I'm not walking anymore. It was really nice, but I am tired now. Successful change to the next bus. Literally, like back there behind me is where the previous bus stopped, and then this one was already waiting. Perfect. This is so weird. It's like a coach station attached to the train station. Normally you just have, you know, bus stops outside on the road, but here they've got this whole underground thing, which is interesting. I have about, actually no, we seem to have arrived early. Not really supposed to arrive early because that means people would have been at the bus stop and thinking that they still have a few minutes, but oh well. I mean, it's fine for me. And my train leaves at 33. It's now currently 18 past platform 3. Okay, easy enough. Actually, as I have the time, I am going to get an apfelschorle from Coop. In my head, Fribourg and Bern are a lot further apart than they are, because obviously it's just, what is it, 23 minutes, right? Like, that's incredibly quick. Also, all along this hike that I've been doing since Lake Constance, it's always been in the German-speaking areas of Switzerland, and my hike is still going to continue a little bit further along, like in German-speaking areas, but clearly edging towards the French-speaking areas now in Romandie. So that's cool. You get to see something properly change now. And I quite like Fribourg. I've only been there once, but it was so pretty. They have this cathedral where you can visit the tower, and there's a roof on the tower, and then you have this beautiful view. So definitely want to come back at some point. But to me, it felt much more like a French-speaking place that also speaks German, and then Biel or Bern felt more like the opposite. And I think, looking at the signage, that's also the order of the signage. So I would definitely say it's more of a French-speaking bit of Switzerland. But yeah, gonna have my apfelschorle now. I was definitely thinking that tomorrow I'm just going to have a really relaxed day, and then I remembered tomorrow is the first Slow Up event of the season. So Slow Up is this thing where they close off a bunch of roads and you can cycle or like do whatever on them, but you can't be in a car or something like that, no motorized transport. E-bikes are alright, but you're meant to like be very considerate and go slowly. And I love that event. I think it's fantastic, and I forgot that's tomorrow in Ticino. So I think I'm doing that because they only have them in one place maximum once a year. So I don't want to miss out, even though it's supposed to really like be very rainy. But last year I went to one when it was rainy, and then it was really beautiful anyway. So I think I need to somehow get up the energy to try and do that tomorrow. I think the route is 50 kilometers, which is a lot. I don't think I've ever cycled 50 kilometers in one go. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to see how I'm feeling tomorrow morning, I think. On my last train of the day, and I brought some food. It looks dodgy, to be honest, but I've had it before and it's quite nice. It's spätzle, mushrooms and broccoli and some sauce. The moon actually looks amazing outside, but obviously that will never translate on video. And other than that, I'm just going to watch some stuff and maybe read. If it was earlier, I might have gone to the supermarket for some fruit, but it's 10 p.m. Basically everything is closed, so just heading home. Back home. Like, my energy levels are plummeting right now, but I'm going to tidy up what's in my rucksack and like unpack, etc. Definitely not going hiking tomorrow. I think that might kill my feet. But I'm gonna think about the cycling. I think overall, though, the main priority is sleep as soon as possible. So I think I'll have some tea or something like that. But then, yeah, sleep pretty soon would be important. Literally just had my very, very, very milky tea and then called it a day because that was a long one, but I had a lot of fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.